Okay, well, as you might guess from the fact that my tank is only half full and partially broken down, the salt water just wasn't working out so well for me. You know, somebody told me that if you just take the live rocks, put them in the tank, don't touch it for 6 weeks, things that die off will produce ammonia, and the good bacteria and algae will grow, and you know, there may be some white slime like cotton candy blowing around the tank, but that completely goes away by itself after 6 weeks. Everything will be fine. Well, it wasn't. Not only was there more white slime left than I thought, but when I was trying to clean the tank to get ready to actually put fish in it last night, well, there was some sort of strange black hairy slime. Ew. And there was some sort of brown slime, as well as a lot more white slime than I thought. So that, plus the fact that it takes a lot of time mixing the salt to the exact correct concentration. I've been up, past midnight mixing salt again and again. Yeah, I just can't afford to take the time that it would take for a saltwater tank right now. Which is a shame, because I actually successfully acclimated these babies to, these are the babies that one of the mollies had, and I successfully acclimated them to 1.022 reef tank concentration, but now I have to acclimate them back to freshwater. The good news is that the freshwater tank is doing fairly well. And I think there's a few reasons for that. One is, people were telling me when I had terrible white slime in the freshwater tank, you just need to do more water changes. Well, I was doing water changes to where the tank was almost empty, then filling it back up, then changing it again, then changing again, until I got rid of every bit of white slime and cloudiness in the water that I could see. So by cleaning it, I was effectively doing almost 100% water change. Well, I read online that if you only do about 50% or less, even leaving some white milkiness in the water, that actually allows the tank to cycle, and that actually was sufficient to make things work for the fish tank at work. Although it was not completely sufficient for here at home. I also needed to use some Dr. Tim's Waste Away for freshwater in the tank at home. And also I was lucky to get some good green algae that grows on the rocks and glass, but is not poisonous to the fish and does not rot the plants like the that white slime rotted my plants and clogged the filters. And there was a blue-green algae that was actually poisonous in the work tank at one time. Actually killed the algae eaters that ate it. But I guess I won't say the name of the local pet store because some people hate this stuff, but I honestly wonder, could it be that there are some fish keepers that get algae and then they love to complain about it, and there are other fish keepers that never get algae and the white slime kills their plants, clogs their filters, and they give up, so you never hear from them? Could it be that simple? Maybe not, but I do wonder. Anyway, so I just wanted to make a update, telling people not to make my mistakes. One thing about these saltwater rocks, the store told me, oh well, we don't take them from the wild in the ocean, we get them when people are tired of their tanks, and they either give them to us or they pay a little bit to someone that just sells them some live rock, and then they resell it still cheaper than anywhere else in town. Well, I wonder if if you're reusing old live rock, could you be inheriting other people's problems? And maybe that's where the thick brown tarry sludge that was growing and growing and getting bigger, but in the dark, not in the light. If maybe that's where that came from. But anyway, I'm giving up on salt water. Maybe someday if I'm old and I retire, I'll try it again. But freshwater is now doing surprisingly well. I'm going to take some of these fish to the tank at work after I'm sure they don't have any ick, and then I'm gonna, basically have 2 freshwater tanks at home.